Gholdengo makes its Pokemon TCG debut in Paradox Rift with the new Gholdengo EX. Today I'll be commentating over some gameplay on Pokemon TCG Live with my new Gholdengo EX Scizor deck, but first let's take a look at the cards and the deck list. Gholdengo EX is a 260 HP Stage 1 Pokemon, and it has an ability Coin Bonus. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. If this Pokemon's in the active spot, draw one more card. This is pretty good considering Gholdengo EX is also going to be the main attacker, with its attack Make It Rain. For 1 Metal Energy, it does 50 damage times the number of basic energy cards you discard from your hand. So this can easily scale up to 250, 300, or even 350 damage with the help of cards like Superior Energy Retrieval and the new Earthen Vessel to search out energy cards from your deck. Gholdengo is an EX Pokemon though, so it gives up 2 prize cards when knocked out. This means that we could have trouble with the prize trade against single prize decks, and that's where Scizor comes in. Scizor from Obsidian Flames has the Punishing Scissors attack. For 1 Metal Energy, just like Gholdengo EX, you can use this attack to do 10 damage plus 50 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. And it shouldn't be too hard for Punishing Scissors to do 160 or even 210 damage with all of the abilities that are on Pokemon in the current standard format. Since Gholdengo EX has been out for a while in Japan, there's already been a ton of Gholdengo deck lists to look at from Japanese tournaments, so I mostly based today's deck list off of the lists that I found on PokéStop.com. The draw engine of this deck is going to be Gholdengo EX itself, with that coin bonus ability, and also Radiant Greninja with concealed cards. So we'll be playing 3 PokéStop and 3 Worker to make sure that we can bump Path to the Peak out of there whenever we're playing against a deck that uses Path. I'm expecting Gholdengo EX to be a pretty explosive and consistent deck, so let's get into some gameplay on PTCG Live with it and see how it goes. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon TCG content. And if you enjoyed today's video, you can find ways to support the channel in the description down below, like coupon codes to save money on cards, sealed products, and sleeves, and affiliate links to shop at places like intotheam.com for comfortable and passionate clothing. Check out the links below, subscribe to the channel, and now let's get into some gameplay with Gholdengo EX Scizor. I'm going to choose first, because I'm not playing Basculin or TM Evolution or anything that would make me want to go second. I just want to bench a bunch of Gimmighouls, maybe like 1 Scyther, and then any support Pokemon I need for the matchup, Manaphy or Jirachi. Get everything benched and ready for turn 2 where I can evolve and start attacking. Okay, Ultra Ball's nice. I'm going to Earthen Vessel. Let's thin the deck out. And then I'm going to concealed cards before the battle pass because I'll have better chance of finding the basic Pokemon that I want here on the concealed cards. We actually get another Battle VIP Pass. That's even better. Alright, so let's check some prizes real quick. We didn't prize any Super Energy Retrievals. We didn't prize any important Pokemon except 1 Gimmighoul, so that's fine. We'll go ahead, get double Gimmighoul and then 1 more Gimmighoul on a Scyther. And I'll save the Ultra Ball for next turn. Attaching the energy feels fine, since if I don't Cross Switcher, I am going to have to retreat anyway. So yeah, attaching this to retreat with seems fine, and then I'll pass. And we are playing against a Lost Zone deck, so I'm going to want to find Manaphy or Jirachi. Maybe both once they knock something out. And they do play down the Artisan, so if they don't Lost Vacuum that away, that'll help me out. I can go grab Jirachi or Manaphy, whichever one I think is going to be better. It looks like they're probably playing Roaring Moon EX in their deck since they have Dark Energy. But other than that, looks like a typical Lost Zone deck so far. Now, pretty much depending on how many Pokemon I can evolve, I think that's going to be what decides if I play a Jirachi or a Manaphy. They're at 4 in the Lost Zone, so they're probably not going to be using Sableye next turn, if I had to guess. It'll probably be Greninja, so that means Manaphy would be better to put on the bench this turn. Okay, so I'm going to use the Artisan first. We'll get Manaphy, and I'll go ahead and concealed cards, away this energy, and then worker. So we'll get rid of the Arizon, draw, and this is really good. We drew some really good cards there. So I have Gholdengo. We'll make sure we evolve the 50 HPs first. And what I can do is I can retreat into one Gholdengo and then Cross Switcher into the other, which is a reason why Gholdengo is pretty good, and why Cross Switcher is pretty good in Gholdengo EX. So I'm going to retreat, use coin bonus, and then I think I just want to knock out their Radiant Greninja. So I'm going to first check. I think I have a ton of energy. Yeah, I have enough energy. So we're going to Cross Switcher up their Radiant Greninja and use coin bonus, which is going to be for draw 2 again, since this Gholdengo is in the active. And then I can get one more Gholdengo down. I can Ultra Ball away 2 cards, but then I also need to Superior Energy Retrieval 2 cards. I have Pal Pad, so I feel pretty good about getting rid of Avery and Worker for another Gholdengo. And we'll just draw 1 since this one's on the bench. We get another Superior Energy Retrieval. And I'm going to Super Energy Retrieval away Metal and Scyther, because I only need to discard 3 energy to knock out the Greninja. So we can get 4 back, attach. I can consider Pal Pad, but I don't expect my hand to be disrupted, so I'm not going to Pal Pad right now, and then make it rain for 150. Okay, and we get the Cross Switcher off the prizes, knock out the Radiant Greninja, and I have a pretty stable setup here, and I also have a pretty good hand. The one thing is, now that I was able to Cross Switcher the Greninja and knock it out, I think I would have rather had the Jirachi down instead of the Manaphy, but it could probably be easier for them to get the Greninja back than it would be for them to get the 10 in the Lost Zone. So if they just have to, like, spit innocently this turn, I feel like that should be pretty weak for them. Okay, they play Escape Rope. I kind of want to give them the Radiant Greninja again. So if they do just spit innocently this turn, it removes 1 card from my bench, and then I can bench the Jirachi. And then I feel really good about this game if I can get Jirachi onto this board. So the opponent goes up to 8 in the Lost Zone. Still possible for them to make a Lost Mine happen if they have Lost Vacuum and something to Lost Vacuum away. And of course, another switch option plus an attachment to Sableye. But like I said, we could just see a spit innocently. Okay, so Counter Catcher up Scyther, which has free retreat, so they've got to be wanting to knock this out with spit innocently. Yeah. But this gives me the chance now to bench a Jirachi, and I feel like we could honestly see a scoop from the opponent when I bench Jirachi, because they just helped me out, really. Just all I wanted was another bench spot, and so it could have been either the Radiant Greninja or the Scyther. I would have preferred to keep the Scyther around just because Scizor is strong, but yeah, I'll be very happy to have Jirachi on the bench. So we'll promote Gholdengo EX with the energy. There's a Scizor right when I don't need it anymore. I do want to Zinnia's Resolve, but I don't want to discard 2 of these cards. So first we're going to coin bonus, and then I think I'll coin bonus again, and one more time. Alright, so now I'll Zinnia's Resolve away Worker and Scizor, and I get to draw 5 more cards. Very good. We still don't have the Jirachi that I want, so let's go ahead and put PokéStop down and use it. And we discard 3 cards, and then I will concealed cards, and there's the Jirachi. We'll go ahead and bench that. And let's see if we want to Pal Pad any of this stuff now. Yeah, I think I'm going to Pal Pad because Zinnia's is a very strong card, and If they ever bench an EX Pokemon, we're gonna want, or a V Pokemon, we're gonna want Boss's Orders, so I'm gonna put those two back into the deck. And then I'll Super Energy Retrieval away Battle Pass and PokéStop to get back 4 energies. And I think I'll keep these energies all in my hand. I'm not going to manually attach any, and we'll just make it rain for 150. So it'll be interesting to see what the opponent does about the Jirachi. After some thinking, the opponent is using Colress here to start out their turn. Maybe they have Canceling Cologne. That could be an option for taking care of the Jirachi, but Jirachi plus Manaphy should be a pretty big deal for the opponent to deal with here. If they could damage a bunch of my Gholdengo EXs, TMD Evolution could also be an option for them. There is the Roaring Moon EX that I was expecting, and so it's a good thing I put that Boss's Orders back into the deck. Now we have Cross Switcher or Boss's Orders as an option for bringing that up. And I do want to see, I've only used 2 Cross Switchers, and I have one in my hand, which I took off the prizes a couple turns ago. If they choose to go for a Frenzied Gouging here, and put themselves down to 30 HP remaining, then this should be a really favorable trade for me, because Calamity Storm would only do 220 to Gholdengo, so bringing Roaring Moon into the active just to do 220 and not take a knockout, I think would be really bad. But it's also pretty bad for them to take the knockout with Frenzied Gouging and then lose 2 prizes. Maybe if they could have done something like this in combination with a Roxanne or an Iono, I think what I would have liked to see is Cramorant spit into Gholdengo and then clean it up with a Calamity Storm, but on the same turn that they disrupt my hand or something. And yeah, there's Frenzied Gouging. Gonna knock out my active Gholdengo, but they take 200 damage. And they'll go down to 3 prizes. When I knock out this Roaring Moon, I'll go down to 2. So I'm just naturally ahead on the tempo here. So we'll go ahead and promote Gholdengo EX. And let's see what I want to do here. Lots of options. So Klara is looking like a pretty strong card, a pretty strong supporter to play this turn. I can get back Scyther, Scizor, and 2 Metal Energies with that. I don't know that I necessarily want to use PokéStop this turn, but let's start with Coin Bonus. We have 11 cards in the deck. We'll draw 2. There's a boss, but that's not going to be good this turn because we want to attack the thing that's in the active position here. I just wish I didn't have to do it with a Gholdengo, since it only has 30 HP remaining. Okay, then next we'll go ahead and Klara back. I don't think I'm ever going to want to use Scizor as an attacker again, actually, since the opponent is at 3 prizes already. So they're already at odd prizes, so I just want to attack with Gholdengos for the rest of the game. So we'll just Klara that back. Bench Gimmighoul. Attach active. Let's see. I could put some energies back into the deck with Super Rod, but I don't even know how good that would be. I can thin the bad cards in my hand down a little bit. We'll get rid of a Battle VIP Pass, and let's see, I want to keep Boss. We can get rid of an energy as well. Just put 1 more energy into the bin. Get these Ultra Balls out of my hand, and then we'll Super Rod. Yeah, so we'll Ultra Ball away Gholdengo and Metal Energy just to get these Ultra Balls gone. I don't think those are cards that I want to have around. And then I'm going to Super Rod 1 Gholdengo EX and 2 Metal Energies, since there's 4 in there. That's the max Superior Energy Retrieval can get. And I'm also going to be putting 1 more in there this turn with Make It Rain. So we'll go ahead and Make It Rain for just 50 damage, taking the knockout on Roaring Moon EX because of the Frenzied Gouging last turn. And just like that, I'm down to 2 prizes. And I feel really safe with this Jirachi and Manaphy on the bench, but there still is the potential for the opponent to be playing Canceling Cologne. So I do think that Canceling Cologne is really scary here. That could definitely turn the tides of this game, but anything else I don't think they can really make anything happen with. Canceling Cologne's pretty much their one out to potentially winning this game. But not only would they need Canceling Cologne, they also need the Gust effect, so it'd be like Counter Catcher plus Canceling Cologne. Alright, they get Battle Pass, Pokegear, Mirage Gate. Playing a Super Rod. Roaring Moon EX doesn't seem appealing here since I only have 2 prizes remaining. Okay, they're just getting back energies. I feel like they're just looking for a way to win and they don't have it. Here's Boss's Orders. Up Manaphy. Okay. So yeah, Boss's Orders Manaphy is actually a good play because I just got rid of my Klara and my Super Rod. So now in hindsight, definitely looks like a misplay to get rid of my Klara and my Super Rod last turn. I was kind of preparing for a Roxanne, but I should have been preparing for something more along the lines of this. So if the opponent knocks out my Manaphy this turn, they could use Shuriken, Moonlight Shuriken from Radiant Greninja next turn to knock out Radiant Greninja plus Jirachi. But let's see. Yeah, the Radiant Greninja is in the deck, so this is really bad for me actually. And they're going to play down Path to the Peak, which that part doesn't really matter. The part that matters is that I'm losing my Manaphy. And yeah, I definitely think that I'm going to lose because of this. So yeah, I should have held on to... now, obviously, only the 70 damage goes to the Manaphy because Jirachi protects the rest, but, yeah, they should be able to win with Moonlight Shuriken next turn. Let me see what they're at in terms of Mirage Gates after I promote my active. As long as they have one more Mirage Gate left, they should just win next turn. Okay, so let's see. They're down 1, 2, Mirage Gate, and 3. So yeah, they should have game in their hand. Yeah, very, very likely they have game in their hand. I should have saved Super Rod or Klara. Did not plan ahead enough for that. I was definitely playing well for that turn intrinsically, but I wasn't looking forward enough to what the opponent could possibly do. So it only takes 2 energies to KO the Sableye. There's nothing else that I would rather KO. I can't use coin bonus because of Path of the Peak. If I Avery, that doesn't really do anything. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and make it rain. And now, like I said, the opponent should just have the win here with Radiant Greninja, because I didn't save away to get back my Manaphy if they were able to KO it like they did. Or they could just Roaring Moon EX. That's also very possible. Yeah, I just go down to 1 prize card. So there's the reason here, maybe to set up another Scyther instead of the Gholdengo EX. So if I attacked with Scizor last turn, then I wouldn't be leaving Gholdengo in the active and they wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, GG for my opponent. That was well played. So even if I did get Manaphy back at that point, I would lose to the Roaring Moon. So that means I needed to attack with a Scizor on this turn, I think. But GG to my opponent. Really well played there. We definitely got to see a good bit of interaction between, you know, having that Jirachi Manaphy on the board. But I do think there was value of setting up the Scizor there, potentially. Although, if I did bench the Scyther, they could have, I think they could have just bossed up the Scyther and knocked that out and gone a very similar route. Just wouldn't have been threatening the Moonlight Shuriken, they would still be threatening the Roaring Moon. Won the coin flip, choosing first. And let's see what kind of hand we get here. Okay, we mulligan. And pretty good start. Radiant Greninja plus Battle VIP Pass. Alright, looks like we're playing against Mew VMAX. And first we're going to Earthen Vessel for 2 more cards, and then concealed cards. Then out that deck, hopefully get another Battle VIP Pass or some basic Pokemon. We do get Gimmighoul, that's good. So we'll bench Gimmighoul, and then we'll Battle Pass for Scyther, and another Gimmighoul. And I'm going to attach active in case we need to retreat the Greninja next turn, and then pass. Okay, the opponent benches Meloetta and then plays Judge, so we're not at risk of an Alessa Sparkle. That's great. And then the opponent just passes. That's a really weak turn for Mew VMAX. My goodness. Well, we'll start with the concealed cards. Get double worker, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and worker before we make any more decisions. So we have superior energy retrieval, 3 energy in there. Let's see, we'll have 4 energy after we retreat Radiant Greninja. And then I have an energy in my hand. So we'll evolve Gholdengo, retreat, and coin bonus for 2 cards. We get Ultra Ball and Metal Energy, that's great. So there's 4 in the discard, so we're already taking a KO. I can bench another Gimmighoul. I'm going to Superior away Ultra Ball and Metal Energy to get 4 Metal Energy. And then we'll attach, and I would love to put down another Gholdengo, but I don't think it's smart to discard any of these resources, so we're just going to go ahead and make it rain on the Genesect V. So I got a really good start here. Turn 2, 200 on a V Pokemon, and I wouldn't be surprised if the opponent scoops from their really miserable turn 1. Not getting to use the battle passes really hurts in Mew. Having to play Judge turn 1 and then not really have anything kind of hurts for Mew VMAX. Like, they have 1 Genesect V on the board. They're not able to do much. Cramomatic away a Rope and its tails. And Iono. Okay. Iono for 6. This could definitely save them. Especially if they can pair it with like a Path to the Peak to stop my coin bonus and my concealed cards. But I do have PokéStop in my hand. Also, if they are able to fill up their bench, I have Zinnia's Resolve. Oh man, they really want to draw some cards here. But they can't because they played Path to the Peak. What is going on? Okay. First order of business, let's get rid of that Path and use PokéStop. And we get rid of 3 cards. Wonderful. Concealed cards for 2. And coin bonus for 2. And coin bonus for 1. Alright, we get Scizor. And the opponent scoops. Very good. Yeah, that was a nice setup for us. Everything went pretty smooth, and the opponent's deck just was not working. Opponent won the coin flip, so I'm going second. This deck isn't really built to go second, but we'll make do with it. I have a decent enough start. Avery, so we have a supporter for draw 3 on turn 1. I have PokéStop that could help find Battle VIP Pass. And we're playing against Charizard here. Nest Ball to thin the deck because they're probably looking for a Battle VIP with Mew. Yep, there's their Battle VIP. We'll get 2 more Manders down. Charmander and Radiant Charizard. Pretty early to be benching a Radiant Charizard. Maybe they prized double Charmander. Who knows? Well, actually, if they're not playing NTV, the Radiant Charizard could make sense. Because it hits Gholdengo for weakness, and Charizard EX doesn't hit Gholdengo for weakness. I don't know. Still a little sus to see the Radiant Charizard bench so early. Oh, and I have Avery, so they are going to have to discard 2. Pidgeot V is an easy one. It'll probably be Pidgeot V plus Radiant Charizard. First, I'm going to play down PokéStop and use it. We get an Ultra Ball, and we lose a Gimmighoul. Alright, now we'll just go Avery. 3 Ultra Balls. Okay, yeah, they get rid of Charmander, and they're keeping the Pidgeot V. Interesting, so I guess they have, like, Arven, or they have Forest Stone in their hand. Really would have loved to start with the Call for Family Gimmighoul here. That would have made a difference for sure. So I'm just going to Ultra Ball away Manaphy Metal and get another Gimmighoul. And it looks like we prized Greninja. I could Ultra Ball away, Ultra Ball, and Cross Switcher. But Cross Switcher kind of feels good to keep because it means we could... we're not going to be able to use 2 Gholdengos if one of the Gimmighouls are knocked out anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this Cross Switcher. For either a Scyther or... Scyther could be pretty good too. Yeah, let's get a Scyther. It has free retreat. And the Scizor is probably going to do more damage next turn than my Gholdengo can. And then we'll pass. So, pretty mid setup for me. It's not the worst. I have Gholdengo, I have Avery. If the opponent doesn't get rid of PokéStop, that could also help, but not hitting any Battle VIP Pass on turn 1, Radiant Greninja prized, doesn't feel great. And then I feel like the lack of something like Bibarel is going to show in this game. Also the lack of something like Professor's Research, since this deck kind of goes for building a hand with these draw 3 supporters and the Gholdengos. And also with the secondary attacker of Scizor, we have that in place of something like Bibarel. So I think in this particular game, we're going to see this the deck list kind of come back to bite us, since we have less strong draw support, and we're kind of focusing on these small drawing cards to build the hand over time, which can be good in some games when you have that strong turn 1 setup and you get multiple turn 2 Gholdengos. But in this case, I don't think that's going to happen. We can do 200 with a Scizor next turn, but we just used 3 Ultra Balls, so we'll have to actually find that Scizor, which probably won't be easy. Okay, Burning Darkness KO. I'm going to send up Scyther because it has free retreat. If I could just get an attack into the Charizard, and yeah, pretty much I just want to get an attack with the Scizor. That would be great. Let's start with PokéStop. Hope I don't discard a Scizor. Okay, that's not bad. And then, do I Worker or do I Avery? I probably Avery, because I might not want to limit their bench later on if I want more abilities on their bench for Scizor. And also they have Mew, which is a really easy discard on the bench now. So yeah, I'm just going to play Avery now because I don't think it'll get me much value later on. Let's see, I have 1 Metal Energy. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to evolve Gholdengo. Now, the thing is, they can't knock out Gholdengo with Charizard EX. So it might not be the worst thing to just retreat and draw 2 with the coin bonus, since I do need to draw more cards. The only way it would hurt is if the top card of the deck is Scizor. So I suppose it's better to coin bonus, and then if I don't draw Scizor or Ultra Ball, I just retreat into Gholdengo, and I give up that 1 extra card. That's probably the best way to go about this. So we'll coin bonus, see if the top deck is Scizor. It is not Scizor. And then I'm going to, let's see, I could retreat into Jirachi as well, and the Gholdengo doesn't get hit. No, we're going to, yeah, we'll just do this. Retreat into the Gholdengo. And we'll see what my opponent does next turn. Okay, so they play Arven. So they're not going to Pidgeot for a boss to knock out the Scyther. That's decent. Lost Vacuum away the PokéStop. I mean, I would love for the PokéStop to stick around, but it's not like it exactly helped me that much this game, so I was hoping to get some return on that investment at some point. We also have another PokéStop in the discard. Okay, so they just hit us for Burning Darkness 190. Top deck and Energy. We'll go ahead and coin bonus for 2. Energy and Scizor. Since this Gholdengo is already damaged, I would really love to attack with it because they always have Pidgeot to just get boss. Here's the thing, I do need more Gimmighouls, but I don't want to Super Rod them into the deck and give myself a worse chance of finding Earthen Vessels, so we're just going to go ahead and Worker. And I don't get anything that I really wanted out of that. So if I do 100 to this, the Scizor definitely won't be taking a knockout on the following turn. If I do 150, that means Scizor still probably won't be taking a knockout. This feels pretty doomed. But let's attach to the Gholdengo, evolve Scizor, and I'm gonna Super Rod back Gimmighoul, and that's it. No way to get the Gimmighouls though. Like I said, missing those battle passes on turn 1 hurt a lot. I could superior energy retrieval and get back 1 energy, and that would do 150, and then it has 180 left, and this does for 3 abilities. So 210, yeah, it could matter. It could actually matter if they bench 1 more thing with an ability. So, you know what? Let's hope my opponent misplays and this ends up mattering. We'll get back this energy and we'll do Make It Rain for 150 instead of 100. Okay, so they do put down another ability. That's massive, because that means that Scizor can actually knock out this Charizard EX, but the thing is they might just retreat into the healthy Charizard EX, but that does mean that the damaged one will be on the bench for later on. I would also love to see them bench some more Pokemon so my Zinnias can draw more cards. That would be great. Okay, they leave this one out in the active. So Scizor can do 210 and knock out a Charizard EX, but they are already down to 3 prizes. Alright, top deck energy, that's amazing. Let's see. Do I want a Zinnia's away, a Gholdengo, or a Cross Switcher? I'm already down 1 Cross Switcher. That's probably fine. Yeah, so we'll Zinnia's away, Jirachi and Cross Switcher. Wow. I'm actually just going to lose to bench out. That's crazy. We get the knockout here, but then we just lose to not having a bench. Oh, man. So, I gotta say, in review, the deck feels great when it sets up, because the thing is, Gholdengo can do infinite damage, and it also draws its own cards, so the synergy and, like, the deck functionality feels like it should be there, but maybe going with this Scizor as a secondary attacker is just too much in the deck, and we just need more gas. We need maybe Hisuian Heavy Ball to get that Greninja out of the prizes, because not having Greninja was a pretty big deal, and whiffing those Battle VIP passes was a really big deal in that last match. So, yeah, I think maybe... I mean, I based this deck off of the Japanese deck lists that were playing Scizor to some success, but maybe this just is not the way to go with it. I still have faith that Gholdengo EX could be like a tier 2 deck or so, because the card itself does have that potential and it has the support surrounding it. But I unfortunately don't think that this deck list is the way to do it. Let me know if you have any different opinions or different experience with Gholdengo EX. And thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can check out my sponsors in the description down below, with tons of ways to save money on products and support my channel at the same time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon TCG content, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.